Hey there, Cancer, and welcome to your week of February 21st, 2021 General Tarot Reading, 2022 General Tarot Reading. Sorry for that. But how you doing? Hope everything's going good. We're going to be looking at your energy coming into this week, some challenges you might be facing, and some possible outcomes, tied all off with an oracle message. These are general readings, so some of this may not resonate with you, and if it doesn't, it's just not part of your message, so don't try to force it into your reading. This is also for, of course, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So you're welcome to watch if you've got that anywhere in your chart. If you're a cross watcher, just know the energies can get a little mixed up as you're kind of coming at it from an outsider's perspective here. So, but without further ado, let's get into this, Cancer. We got the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Wands here for your energy. So I really like this with the Queen of Wands here, especially. It tells me you're in a very mature position in your life at this time. You're also very much only giving power to positivity and things that matter here, which is great. Hello, Journey. Speaking of positive things in my life. But the Queen of Wands here with that sunflower really talks about positivity, really talks about good things in your life here at this time. You can notice here, much like me at this moment, she has a cat on her card here. I'll have to set you down, buddy. Jumpins. But she has a black cat sitting here, and black cats generally, if you're a superstitious type, they mean like bad luck, right? But she doesn't worry about that because she doesn't give power to those kind of things. She gives power to positivity, to good things. She gives power to growth, change. She gives power to positive energy and passion, right? So that's what I feel like you're really focusing on at this time, and really growing and nurturing that as well. And with that Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this is great. I feel like the more you pump into the positivity, the more you pump into the good things, you're going to be rewarded for it, which is great. And with that Two of Wands as well, I feel like right now the world is kind of in your hands. Like you have a lot of where you can go, and that's a really big thing, right? A lot of people you'll hear talk about, like, once they change their mindset, once they get into a positive mindset, things really started churning and going for them in the right direction here. And I feel like that's what you're really leaning into, is that you're eventually going to be able to have the whole world in your hands, because you're going to be in such a positive, good way here at this time, because it's just going to be like, hey, the opportunities are going to be there. And look, we got the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck as well. So let's get some clarifiers here for you. Oh my lord, sir, you're going to have to oh my god, oh my chunky boy, you're gonna have to have a seat over there, friend. But here we are looking at your clarifiers. If Journey will ever let us look at them, he'll ever let it happen. It doesn't seem like he wants it to happen, but we'll get a look here. We'll see what we got. Got the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords here in your clarifying energy. Yeah, more queens here, more nurturing, growing energy. I feel like you're heading in towards a good financial place as well with that Queen of Pentacles. Like you're really nurturing that, especially with the Seven here on top of things. Like the Seven is all about hard work and making sure you're on task for where you're supposed to be, right? So I feel like that's really good for you as well. Just really you're staying on point. You know that what you're doing is worth the effort you're putting in here. And with that Two of Swords, maybe there's some sort of decision you might need to make here, but I feel like you're going to make the choice to move on into something new. You're going to choose to grow and choose to move on into positive territory here. So we'll just set these aside under our big furry friend here, and we'll take a look at some potential challenges here for you, see what we got going on. All right. He's being a challenge for us in this reading already here. He doesn't get the message. He's a big old camera hog. All right, what do we got? There's that Queen of Pentacles again here for your challenges. We got the Eight of Pentacles as well, and the Five of Cups here. Yeah, with that Queen of Pentacles repeating, you know, we were talking about growth in a financial way here. I feel like you're on the path for it. This might be a trying time for that, and especially with that Eight of Pentacles here, that you're going to be working hard, and it's almost like you're going to be working hard for like the littlest amount of growth, the minimalist amount of growth at this time, but it's still growth, and that can kind of be something that really, you know, really feels discouraging for people a lot, because it's really like saying like, oh, I'm working so hard, why am I not getting anywhere? But you are getting somewhere, it's just very slowly. But we are progressing up, right? We've gone from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles here. So you are moving forward. One thing I'll note is that like when you're just starting out with something, when there's something, a concept, a job, something you have no idea about, it's easy to make leaps and bounds in progress because you know nothing and you're just kind of learning and going as it happens. But when you get up to like the upper echelons, when you've really learned and kind of mastered and you become an expert in what you're doing, it becomes more difficult to make that progress, right? You're kind of like fighting for every step almost, right? So I feel like that's something where you're making this good progress. It's just like it may not feel like you're making it in the way you want to because in the past you've leaped so forward and now it's like we're moving so slow, right? And with this 5 of Cups, try not to get too focused down on the negative, right? You see these 3 cups spilled over. This could be you here kind of looking down at these cups and like, oh, I've lost all this, or this, I don't have these in my life, or whatever. And you might feel like, oh, well, that means I'm failing. That means I'm not working. That means I'm not progressing the way I want to. And it's, we've got 2 halves. We got at 1 half rather of the Empress here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here, and the Empress talks about abundance, having an abundance mindset. So like you're almost there. You almost have that abundance mindset, that real abundance, that significant growth. It's just a matter of like really focusing on that and not focusing on the negative here, which again may be a challenge for you this week. So let's take a look and see what we got here for you for your clarifiers on your challenge cards. We've got the Strength card, the Knight of Cups, I was going to say the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles here too. Yeah, certainly with the Strength card, you may feel like, you know, you're not as strong as you used to be, or something isn't playing to your strengths. Like you're not getting, or you're not being able to use your strengths here. Like this is a situation where that not necessarily applied to you at this time here, Cancer. With that Knight of Cups here as well, that could be you, right? You could be longing to be on the other side of the river pursuing your dreams, right? But right now you might be in the middle. You're kind of crossing the river. Or maybe you're on the other side preparing to cross over to get to your dreams here. Like this is kind of like what you want in the future. And the reason why we can't do that is because of that 2 of Pentacles here. The 2 of Pentacles represents sort of like stagnant, sort of like we're just doing the same thing over and over again, or we're just kind of locked in a cycle where we just can't get out, right? It can be this kind of infinite loop where you're kind of like juggling, trying to make sure the balls don't hit the floor. And that's what's really consumed your focus. So you can't move on. You can't go and do other things because you're so focused on like, I have to make sure this stuff doesn't fall apart on me, right? So that could be quite the challenge for you here at this time, Cancer. So let's take a look at some outcome cards for you. See what we got here for you, Cancer. Before we do, we've been doing I say we like there's like a big group here. It's just me and these cats, but we've been doing a new thing here. In the description of the video, we're gonna have a song down in the link below. You may want to give a check out after this. Just be doing that every week going forward here. You might encounter an oldie you forgot about that you really love, or you might find a new song you really like, or maybe you'll find a song you'll be like, Charles, that's so stupid. Why are you listening to this? Anyway, we got for your outcome cards, we got the Page of Swords, the Tower, and the Ace of Pentacles here. The Page of Swords really represents you moving into a sort of a change of clarity, right? You're kind of clearing the air here at this time. I feel like that's going to be really important for you, is to clear the air, really sort through what is going on in your life. You know, because it can be that kind of situation we're talking about back here where you need to kind of try and get some clarity on the situation you're in, because you might be so focused because there might be your head's in the clouds, or you know, your vision's obscured at this time, like you can't really see the finish line because you're so focused on what you're doing, right? Back here with the 5 of Cups, so focused on the negative, that might be why you can't see the whole picture, why it might be so foggy, is because you're so narrowly focused on something that maybe went wrong, or maybe something you don't have at this time here. With the Page of Swords as well, you may need to reach out to someone and talk to them about what's going on here. And sometimes, like, I know I've even had this in my life where I've reached out and talked to somebody, you know, just about whatever, and they'll say like, look how far you've progressed, like look at all you've accomplished, right? And that's a real motivator for you, because you don't think of it that way because you're in it every day, but they might see it as like, look how far you've come, like you should be proud of yourself. And maybe that's the kind of pick-me-up you need at this time. With the Tower here as well, the Tower really represents a big change that needs to happen in order for you to go forward here. So again, I feel like that might be that change of focusing on the positive instead of focusing so much on this one thing, this one aspect, the negative or whatever it may be that's holding you down here. Or again, might need to reach out and talk to some people and kind of get their perspective on things here too. But either way, some sort of change does need to take place here. And with that Ace of Pentacles, you're planting seeds for the future, planting seeds for growth, for significant value and a significant future where you can be happy with yourself, where you can have this big harvest, where you can be like, oh yes, this is what I really wanted. And I feel like the seeds need to be planted now so that they can grow and be cultivated later, which is looking very, very good. So let's take a look at your clarifiers. Oh, you got some cards flying out here already. Trying to get loose here. There's a few too many, but yeah, we'll take a look at your clarifiers here, and then we'll tie everything off with an oracle message at the end. So hopefully this has been helping you out, and let's see what we got. We got the Chariot. That's your card, Cancer. That's awesome. The Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles here. Yeah, that's awesome. That is your card. And if you're new to tarot, when you come up in your own reading like this, you coming through here as the Chariot, that means that you're coming in a very strong, powerful way. So I feel like this change that's going to happen is going to invigorate you. It's going to give you power. It's going to make you feel like you're $1,000,000, you know, whether that is clearing the air and really getting a new perspective on what's going on, or reaching out to someone else and, you know, them letting you know how much progress you've made, that you know, maybe can't see the forest for the trees, right? So I think that's really beautiful. The Chariot also is a card of moving forward with great success, great speed, taking the reins, doing what you got to do to make sure that things are working out, which is beautiful as well. With the Knight of Wands and the Four of Pentacles here with the Chariot, the Knight of Wands really telling us that you're going to be doing things for yourself. Something you're very passionate about. It's going to maybe reignite that energy in you at this time, which I think is really beautiful, which means you're going to be moving forward in a very good way as well. And with that Four of Pentacles, don't take any risk here. The Four of Pentacles really tells us not to obsess over things, to just play it safe. Don't be risky. Don't obsess over stuff here either. So I think that's really beautiful. I feel like this is going to really motivate you into a very powerful and positive position here. So let us take a look at your oracle card here, your oracle message, wrap this all up. Hopefully this has been helping you out. Hopefully it's been resonating with you, Cancer. If it has, you can hit that like button down below. And if it's really been helping out and you really like what I do here, you can also subscribe to the channel so you can find these videos easier every week. So let's get into your oracle message. What do we got here? We got the White Raven Spirit saying, trust in the magic, number 66. Let's take a look here. Here we are. Nothing in the universe is random, for the intricate web of co-creation weaves together all events and has done so since the beginning of time. Coincidences have meaning, and the White Raven Spirit appears to remind you to pay attention to these synchronicities so that you might recognize patterns. Even the winds dance in a pattern, participating in the magic of Spirit's plan for all. Align with the highest good and intentions, and you will come to see that the White Raven is guiding you, an ally to you, and a messenger from Spirit. Align with the light, and you will start to recognize that all is working together harmoniously in the ways the eye can't always see and the mind can't always comprehend. The universe is conspiring on your behalf right now, drawing you to the light and bringing you the magic and miracles that are your birthright. Now is the time to trust in the magic of the world that is everywhere and in all things. Pay attention to how things come together as if by magic, and you will see the hand of the Great Spirit arranging things in your favor. And that's what we're talking about. Trust and align in the light and the good and the positive, right? And we're starting off back here with that Queen of Wands journey sleeping on right now. May feel like it's covered up for you at this time too. May feel like, you know, the positivity is kind of getting covered up, even though you've been kind of rolling with that at this time. And you may be focusing on the negative, but if you line yourself up with the positive, with the light, with the good, you know, talk with your friends, talk with your family. Really see, Journey's reaching out. That's what you got to do. You got to reach out to people. You got to come out and talk to them. Say like, hey, you know, I've been feeling kind of low, you know, about my work and stuff. And maybe they'll talk it out and give you a new idea, a new perspective on your life that you'll be like, oh, wow, that's really cleared the air. You really made a change for me for the better. Or maybe it'll go the other way where you reach out to them and they're going to tell you how proud they are of you. And they're going to say that you've been making a ton of progress and really highlighting the good that you've been doing that you maybe not realize that you have been doing this whole time, Cancer. So I hope that helped you out. Hope this resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, like I say, you can hit that like button down below. You can subscribe to the channel as well if you really like what I do here, so you can find these videos every week. You can also check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos after this one. Maybe check out that song in the description too. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.